Do you save anything from shows though? My other question is, do you save posters that you're on? Do you save maybe passes to festivals that you've been? If someone, if you know, is there things that you save? I know you opened for Dick Gregory. Was there something you saved from that experience? Is there things that you save from certain shows, or do you save everything that's tangible in your comedy experience?
I save close to nothing.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Now, I have to admit, the Dick Gregory show might be one of the things I'm most proud of, and just so like the happiest to have been a part of and have done.
Yeah, I think he
Um,
died not that long after that show that you did, correct?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. No one else will have an opportunity to host Dick Gregory's
Yeah.
show. And
Sorry. Did we need to get out of here?
no, no,
Oh, okay.
that's my cat.
Oh, okay.
So I took a picture with him, and the picture is the thing that I saved.
Okay.
So I don't take pictures with comedians often, probably never.
Okay.
But if it's a show like that, then I'll just take a picture with the comedian. I can probably count on one hand the shows when I've taken pictures with comedians. You know, it was JB Smoove, Dick Gregory, D. Ray Davis, um, guys like that.
Okay.
Now the only two things I can think of that I have saved, right? Number one, of course, a week before my friend Chris Cotton passed,
Yeah.
I featured for him at Caroline's on Broadway.
Okay.
Now, it was his breakout artist series night at Caroline's, and he asked me to feature.
That's cool.
And so I saved the program. Now, because I never save things, and it's just a little paper program with Chris's picture on the front,
Yeah.
it was probably eventually going to get thrown out because
Yeah.
I just brought it home and stuck it on the fridge, and and um, it was there. I put it on the fridge simply because we had such a fun night, and
Yeah.
so I wanted to remember that night for like the next few weeks. Because I figured eventually this paper will become trash. So, but I'm like, yo, that night was so fun. I mean, we took shots, we killed the stage, we grabbed cheesesteaks. You know, when we got back to Philly, we know we had a fun road trip.
Yeah.
It was a great night. And so when I looked at that paper, I was like, yeah, it makes me think, oh yeah, that was a fun night. That was a really fun night.
Yeah.
And so a week later, luckily it had not become trash yet. But a week later, he passed, and now I just obviously can't
Yeah. I understand.
ever throw it out. So there's that, and the one other thing is maybe a month or two before I started being in the rotation at Helium, I used to do like the newcomers nights at the Laugh House,
Okay.
and so. Or actually, this wasn't newcomers night. This was the closing show. I don't know. I don't know why I said, but the Laugh House was cool. You know, they never put me into any kind of rotation or hired me or anything like that, because of course it wasn't my audience. But I had good sets at the Laugh House, and on the last show, the closing show, it was the last show ever at the Laugh House. I opened the show, and that was like the first thing they had ever asked me to do. I've never. I'm like you booked me on the last show, but you've never. It was great. But because it was the last show, they were just giving things away when people were leaving, and so I took one of the centerpieces from the tables, and you know it's hard to throw that out because the Laugh House is gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a centerpiece from table 21, and so it's just like a little laugh house, you know,
Yeah.
thing that has the number 21 in the middle of it. And, you know, I'm like, this is like, you know,
Yeah.
only because we were there would we get like these viable little pieces of the laugh
Yeah.
house. It's funny.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
I save like flyers and stuff. I have them in a folder, just pictures, comedy, you know, and then yeah, just like some flyers, you know, it just goes on Facebook and you know you let it go. But there's other ones where they ask for headshots, and if it's like a well done flyer, you keep it. Or maybe I'm headlining somewhere and they have me on the flyer headlining, and I'll save that.
Okay.
Or if you know it's like a big name, like I got to be on a flyer with Mark Norman once. He was doing a gig that I was on, so I shared that. And
Do you
like
do you ask for it? Do you go to the person running the show like, can I have that, or you just like steal it at the end, or what do you do with the flyer?
Oh no! So that was digital. That was just
okay.
the Facebook thing.
Okay.
I'll just save it and keep it for myself.
Okay.
You know.
Nothing gets saved.
No, I don't have like a. That's one thing I don't do is I'm working with someone famous, whatever. I never like ask for a photo or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel douchey doing it, even though it's not a douchey thing per
Yeah.
se. It's like you just fucking work with this person, but it's like I just go do. It's probably because I've seen people like here's me and the fucking Gilbert Gottfried or something like that, and like they'll make it act like they actually work together. It's like no, you saw him after the show. You've done 5 open mics, and you're trying to pretend like you're opening traveling with him. You know? So that might be one of the reasons why I don't do it. It just feels douchey to me.
Okay. Did you get anything when you won Philly's Funniest, like a certificate or something, and did you just toss it?
I don't know where my college diploma is. I don't know where my funniest diploma certificate is. Actually, I just thought, I was like, fuck, what did I do with those?
Yeah.
Maybe they're stored somewhere.
Or if nothing.
I have. Can you see them?
Okay, festival passes.
Yeah, and like the lanyards.
Yeah.
That I have. What else do I have? I have a couple like tickets to shows that either like I headline and there was a ticket printed or something.
Okay.
Or shows that I went to see that I really liked, but that's about it.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, there's not a lot of like physical goods.
Yeah, I know. Well, I talked to a comic who saves like everything. Anytime he's on like a poster, he'll like ask for it. So it just prompted. I was like, I wonder what Archie will do.
Yeah, I've got a few posters, but not, you know. I was like transient for so long. Stop.
It's gone.
Okay.
But I do keep lots of little pieces of paper with notes on them.
Okay.
I do keep all the notebooks. Like this is my 3rd notebook. I'm only this far into it. You know, and I keep those on a shelf.
Oh,
But
nice.
in terms of posters that you go in and flyers and press releases and all of that stuff, I don't keep anything.
I've got actually I have one flyer that's laminated from a show in Baltimore from like probably my 2nd or 3rd year doing comedy. The producer of the show had it laminated for all of the performers.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, you know what? I'm never gonna
That's
let this
cool.
go.
That is cool. That is cool. All right, cool. Thank you for. I always get curious about that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yep. I mean, I could run across the room here and go into this little credenza, and there's like like when I worked at Philly.com, there was also a newsroom there, and they had cool like reporters notebooks, and so I stole a bunch of those and used those for set lists for a long time. I still have all those. I still have all the the old notebooks. I have like credentials from like the LOL at the Grand contest. I save like just little slips of paper that the money I got paid came in, I pretty much save all of it.
That's awesome, man. I should say those pay stubs. That's a good idea. I just
Yeah.
shred them, but that's a good idea. I know I do like that because then like 10 years from now when Chris Dolan's freaking on SNL season 50 or whatever season, and you have like look at this pay stub from the Vineyard and Hershey for $25.
It's fun. I don't have a lot. I definitely save all of those set lists, which are great. It's funny. I was so excited. I used to be so excited. The old like City Paper and the Philly Metro, the old free papers. And stuff. When I first started doing shows at like the Comedy Cabaret in Cherry Hill, which isn't there anymore, or like whatever, you would go back to the listings in the back of those free papers. Yeah. And it would just be like, Friday night at the Comedy Cabaret, Chris Kosha, Andy Nolan, Chip Chantry. Yeah. I would save every one of those papers. And again, that goes back to the whole thing with my brother, because I would see my brother's band name in the thing, and it was like, oh, they're in the paper. And it's like, oh, I'm in the paper too. And it was just this little, and half the time my name was misspelled, but it was just this little thing. And so I keep those, and of course, over the years, I've kind of tossed them. One thing that I do have, I will say, is it's a framed poster of my first set, which it's a poster for my brother's band, and it says January 22nd, I think it is, 29th, January 29th, and then it says with comedy guest Chip C that they wrote in, and like I have that framed on my wall.
Oh, cool.
That's nice. I still have, Now, I said other than that, that's basically my memento collection.
Okay, and I want to go back to this shoebox of set lists and the notebooks and everything. Obviously, you keep these, and I do the same thing. I don't know if I can really pinpoint a reason why I keep what I keep, but I think it's like just the amount of work that you've spent, and this is a physical copy of it. When Chip, go ahead.
Hold on just a second.
Sorry.
I'm showing you the latest box.
Oh,
right now.
This is great. This is great footage here. This is worth the video component to this.
So this is just, I think I have two of these boxes, or maybe three, so without them falling out.
I love it.
But yeah, you can see them.
Oh wow,
these are all,
I love that.
All index cards.
Yeah.
I can fan them out for you there.
That's nice. That's super nice.
And one of the big things, by the way, I did go back a couple of months ago. I think it was at the very beginning of the lockdown where I was like, all right, I need something to do. Yeah. They are all in order of date, so I can go back to like any date.
That's awesome.
And go and really, and I kind of had them by date. They weren't always by date, but like they will. But usually, what I would use is like if I had a show tonight. Boy, wouldn't that be nice if we could do that? I might pull out like maybe like 4 or 5 of the most recent ones. Okay. Pull them out and then lay them out like on the bed too, or on the table wherever I'm working. And then I can just look at those and be like, oh, that's right, I did that joke that night, or that joke I want to do that. Yeah. And then also what helps too is what I'll do is if I let's say I'm at Helium in Buffalo for a week, right? Okay, I'm getting my set list together. Yeah. But okay, I was at Helium in Buffalo for a week 9 months ago. Yeah. Let me go back to that set list, and I can go back in time, and then I know exactly what I did. So it's like, so I'm not like stepping off. Like it's like because you want to come back and you want to have original jokes. I want to do. You don't do just the same thing. Correct. So I want to do that. So it's like I'm trying to think of another example, but like it's like just other places where it's like, okay, I was at this club a couple months ago or last year. Let me pull it out. I want to make sure, and it's for my own edification too, of like I don't want to repeat a lot of jokes. So it's like, oh, I did this joke, this joke, this joke. Yeah. Let's move on from that. Let's do this.
No, I mean no. You know what? I did. I have one picture. There's a poster where it was the first like road trip show I did. I have it framed. I just found it because I cleaned out my storage unit. It was a show I did with Chris Smith in Altoona, PA.
Oh, I think I remember this. Yeah.
He had me as his feature, and I drove out there, and he did 45, and I ended up doing 45 up front, and I was like kind of the host / feature. And I was like, I mean, it was like one of the first shows where I was forced to like stretch my time and do crowd work. And I was like, oh, I like this. So I saved the poster and I framed it. I forgot all about it. But
Okay.
I don't know that we made it into our new house. So